So let's talk YouTube. So really quickly, why YouTube? YouTube is it's huge. It's one of the top social media platforms by monthly active users, just behind Facebook, but Facebook is finally shrinking. Believe it or not, that just happened recently. YouTube has no competition. It's a monopoly. Who's YouTube's competitor? Nobody, right? YouTube's very sticky. There's 1 billion hours of YouTube watched every day, and that is like skyrocketing right now. The curve is just like huge. Elon Musk? No, someone said YouTube Shorts. I think someone asked about YouTube Shorts. We'll get into that. YouTube Shorts is a huge threat to TikTok. I believe that. YouTube is highly targeted, guys. So when someone searches, like I know this is one of our clients, Carrie. I know he's got 3 or 4 deals out of this video specifically, but when someone searches, what's it like to live in your city? And your video comes up explaining what's it like to live in your city. What a perfect prospect. Like they're literally thinking of moving to your city, and you're going to be the person to describe to them what it's like to live there, right? So it's very highly targeted. The people you get watching your videos generally are very highly targeted. YouTube's also cost recovered. My YouTube channel last year made $23,201. Pretty cool. Like, you know, if I was in the right part of the world, I could live off that. So YouTube generates ad revenue. Once you have 1,000 subscribers, I will preface it. Once you're bigger on YouTube, YouTube can actually generate you ad revenue and cover the costs of your equipment, your edits, all of that stuff. So you can actually recover your costs from YouTube. YouTube's also evergreen. This video I published November 26th, 2020, and it's still getting a lot of views. This one video has made me $6,300. That's not even my most profitable video. But this was a Google Ads tutorial I did. It got 118,000 views, made me $6,300. It's still getting views all the time, like 34 views in the last 48 hours. It's pretty cool. So the big difference with YouTube and social media is that social media videos last 1 to 2 days, right? What are people doing when they're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? They're usually watching a bunch of stuff. They're distracted. But when people are on YouTube, they're usually focused on one video, right? So when people are on YouTube, they're in that ready to watch state, right? So they're evergreen, meaning the videos you create will last you 1, 2, 3 years in a lot of cases. So the investment in making a YouTube video is higher than making an Instagram reel, yes, but like it might be twice as much work, 3 times as much work to make a YouTube video, but it's going to last you 100 to 200 times longer. So keep that in mind. YouTube's also compounding. The more videos you have, the more your videos feed each other. Like people might find out about your channel through one video, like Linnea found out about mine through my Google Ads tutorial. Then she came to my channel from that one video, started watching my other videos. Those videos feed other videos. The more videos you have, the more it actually compounds over time. YouTube is great social and email content. So if you focus on just making good YouTube videos, you can send those videos out in an email blast to stay in touch with your audience. You can cut those up into like 3 or 4 other videos and post them on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and create social media content. So YouTube is also easy to niche. Like Linnea generated 8 listings on this one little video that has 1.3 thousand views. How crazy is that? I mean, you paid $400 for that, Linnea?
Yeah, I paid $400. I spent more on the video than I actually made for that listing. So I was negative on that listing, but it's generated like organically all the time. Just, I don't even have to go to that island anymore. I just sell properties over there now. So
yeah. So how cool is that with one video? So let's talk about some case studies to follow everyone. I think one of the first things with YouTube is finding someone you want to be like and modeling yourself after them. Okay. One of the best advice is it's like show instead of tell. So here's Jennifer Gramling. I forgot the G on her name, but whatever. So she's moving to Nashville. Another example of like living in Nashville, moving to Nashville, live in Nashville, life in Nashville, something like that, right? Moving to Nashville, Jennifer Gramling. She's a 1.5 years in. I don't know her current deal volume. One of our clients, Teresa Linnea, found out, and she said it was absolutely crazy. And I was like, was it over 30? She's like, yeah. So I don't know how many over 30, but she's done, a lot of business in the last 12 months just from YouTube, right? So I'm a big believer in this, is like, you could build an entire business just being great at YouTube. You don't have to do all of these different things. You can just be a master at one thing and you'll be disproportionately better at that one thing than everyone else. I think everyone's like tendency is to be everywhere on social media, but that actually hurts you, I think. This guy, the Living in Dallas team, they have a team of 14. I don't know how much business they do, but I know it's easily over 100 deals a year. So they have 16,000 subs. They've been doing it for only a year and a half to 2 years, and they're doing like easily 100 plus deals a year. Crazy. Here's another great example, Rochelle out of Toronto. She's only 8 months in. She's done over 20 deals and she's gotten 4,000 subscribers. She had this one video that got like 118,000 views or something, which is like, don't move to Toronto. It's like a negative bias type video. She's really great. She's really good at this. Tom Story's been doing this for 6 years. He's a long-term YouTube guy. He's been doing videos. He's featured on the news all the time. He does 1.3 million in GCI a year, and he has a 350 person database. He just nurtures the hell out of that database and leverages video. And he's done a great job at it. So he's a really alternative example to follow. And then you have Linnea, obviously, she's really been growing fast. And then Todd as well. Todd is the example I gave in the beginning. I would follow him, living in Kona. He just put out this video, like I said, 7 days ago. He already has a new client from it. He's getting 15 views per hour 7 days later. It's a really cool, cinematic, awesome piece of content. And then Linnea had that video. I think we talked about it, but it was like 13 conversations started. What was it in the end? How many conversations started from that 2-1 buy?
Like about 27. And I mean, look, you guys, it only has like 300, like right now, I think it has like 300 views on it. So I don't have a lot of views on it, but it started a ton of conversations. 30
conversations.
Yep.
Crazy. Doesn't take a lot of views on YouTube to get a client. It just takes the right view, right? People think of YouTube like social, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's like they focus on subscribers, but you shouldn't focus on subscribers right away. Focus on making good content for your audience and attracting the right views, because subscribers will grow on their own. Don't worry about that so much, because most people don't find out about your content from being subscribed to it. They find out about it through suggested videos and the homepage of YouTube and other things like that. So it's a very different platform, and it's important to understand that. So you guys ready for the 10 steps to success? This is a golden nugget right here, I promise you. So I know we're like on the hour, but try and pay attention to this, guys. We will get you the recording of this because you'll probably want to watch this part again. There's going to be a lot in here, but this should give you like a good structure of how you want to approach YouTube. So let's dive into it. Number 1, find yourself inspiration, okay? R&D, research, and duplicate. Find 2 channels you want to be like and start replicating what they're doing. From that, plan out 10 videos in order and start working your way through those videos. And the best piece of advice I can give you is don't expect anything for 6 months. Seriously. You have to take the approach of YouTube that like, I'm going to do this for 6 months, even if I get nothing from it. Because it genuinely takes time to take off on YouTube. Todd, this just happened recently. He's like, that video, his channel just started getting traction, and he's 4 months in. So he's like, but he's followed our program like military style, like everything he did by the book, and he's had really good success. But it still took him a few months, but his latest videos are getting traction right off the hop. They're getting recommended by YouTube, and he's starting to really get traction from it. So don't expect anything right away, because a lot of your videos will totally flop right away. That's just part of the process, but they can always pick up traction later. That's very normal. That you make a video, it doesn't get any traction for the first, like, I don't know, 3 months, and then all of a sudden it just picks up. My video that had 118,000 views got almost nothing for the first 3 months. It's kind of funny how YouTube works. Like, you don't think of it that way, because social media is kind of like, if your video doesn't succeed right away, it doesn't succeed at all. YouTube is not like that. Second is branding. We already talked about this, so I'm going to skip over this part, but really dial in your brand, think it through, look at domain names, find a domain name that's available. I do this with almost all of our clients at first. I go on Namecheap, way better than GoDaddy, by the way, for domains. Go on Namecheap, start looking. Life in, move to, living in, this, that. find something that resonates with you and plan your brand a little bit. Okay. Really important step. Step 3 is to get equipment. I just got my brand new lens Sigma in the mail today. Super exciting for me. But for you, like with equipment, keep it simple. Okay. I'm going to walk through how to film and all that in this part of the presentation. But what I would recommend, like Linnea uses the top 2 items in the top right of the corner, her phone and that Rode mic. That's it. Now, obviously you need a little phone attachment to hold your phone, but that's what Linnea uses on all her videos, her phone and a little lavalier mic that goes into her phone. You don't have to complicate it. If you want to take the approach I do, I have a setup like this. I just have a camera and a mic on top, and that's how I record my videos. I used to use the Sony ZV-1 with a Rode Video Micro. The Video Micro is under $100. The Joby GorillaPod is like, I don't know, under $100. The Sony camera is a little more expensive. It's like 700 or something, but this setup, the Sony camera, this Rode mic, this tripod will be everything you need to record. If you want to keep it simple, you can start out just using your phone and that mic, and that's the simplest setup you can have. Best part about having a new iPhone or something is the cameras are literally awesome on here. So it's easier now than ever to start a YouTube channel. Second thing, guys, how do you feel about this lighting? Can I get a show of hands? How many of you think this is good lighting on my video? None of you? None of you think it's good lighting? Sorry, guys, I'm stuffed up. But natural light is better than you trying to be a director of photography. Okay. So like this video I shot right behind me down there in front of that window. Okay. Now, the lighting you're going to get in front of a window is really nice and balanced, natural. And if you have a decent camera, it'll look like this. Now, if you have a depth of field behind you, you're going to get this depth of field effect as well. And it's going to look good if you have a good camera. Like an iPhone may not do that so much, but I think this is a really high quality shot. And it's literally the setup you're looking at in front of me here, in front of a window. That's it. It's actually not this lens, it's my other lens. So it'll look even better with this lens. But don't try and be a DOP and get all these lights and all this stuff. Just film in front of a window with a simple setup. Keep your setup simple. Don't stop yourself from recording content because you don't have the right setup or you're waiting for your Amazon order to arrive. That's one of the biggest problems I find is people think they need a perfect environment to film. But the truth is you need to film over and over and over and over again and watch yourself after the edit over and over and over again to really feel out how to make better content. It takes time. It's a process. You're not going to get it right away. And it also takes good mentorship too, like having someone to guide you through that process. So a good camera in front of a window will give you everything you need. So just keep it simple. Okay. Step 5 is once you have your channel, your content, your videos you want to create, is start scripting. So here's an example of what a script looks like. So planned content is generally better than ad lib content, especially at first. Once you get better, you can start to ad lib more stuff. Okay. But you want to use proven scripts with big reach. So like find scripts that other people have proven are successful already. Like the most successful video our clients make is top 10 pros and cons of living in Seattle. That video seems to always hit. So do videos that are proven to actually get some traction, because all it takes is that one video to be the entry point into your channel. A lot of people find out about you through one video and then they go into your other videos from there. So you want to script out your videos, but use bullet points only. Don't script out word for word. Like you can script out the intro and the hook, the beginning part, because that's the most important, word for word. But you want to just use bullet points like Pro 1, the weather, and then just go on about the weather, right? Don't complicate it. Last thing with scripts, everyone, is don't forget your call to actions. This is the biggest mistake I see our clients make. You don't want to be overly aggressive with your call to actions, but you want to make sure they're there. So by the way, if at any point in this video, you actually want to tour some of the houses I'm seeing, make sure you reach out to me. All my contact information in the description below. I'd be happy to set that up for you. Let's get into the video, right? You want to make them feel natural with the video and in alignment with the things you're talking about. Like if you're talking about interest rates, say, by the way, guys, I know this can be overwhelming. If I always recommend talking to a trusted lender, but if you don't have one, I have 3 I highly recommend. I'd be more than happy to connect you with them. Just reach out to me using the contact information in the description below, right? So make sure your call to actions align with the content of the video and are a natural flow. Like tell people to reach out to you to get dangle the carrot a little bit, right? Like, hey, you don't have a trusted lender? I do. Want me to connect them with you? Call me, right? Then you have an opportunity to build trust with them. So call to action, super, super, super important. Don't forget them in your scripts. Lastly, filming. A few tips for success, guys. Like this setup you're looking at in front of me is basically what I filmed that snapshot with. I use items around the house because recently I just got this pole here that sets up on my desk. But before that, I was just using this little like candle holder to put my tripod on to get it to the right level, right? But keep your setup simple. Speak louder and faster than you think is normal. This is one of the biggest things I see our clients get wrong is they talk like they're talking at a coffee shop. And on video, it doesn't come off very good. It comes off very slow. So like, if you can stand up, get a stand desk. Like when I'm doing presentations, I'm always in this mode. Like you're always like, it's a lot more energetic for me to be on camera like this than sitting down. There's a lot of psychology behind that too. When you're in a sitting state at a very like biological level, you're like vulnerable. When you're in a standing state, you can be in your power and that comes off on camera. So if you can stand up, speak louder and faster than you think is normal, use more emphasis. Okay, this takes time to develop. I remember when I first started doing presentations, I did that a little bit. I was kind of a little like, yeah, you know, and like it takes time to get like, use your hands and use your energy. Another piece of advice is like, turn your camera on, leave it on. Don't film, stop, film, stop, film, stop. Leave it on. Shoot one long clip. Your editor will just cut out the pieces in between and it'll look natural. If any of you have seen my YouTube ads, like if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll probably get my YouTube ad. That ad, like I recorded each little section of that scripted ad, probably like 2 to 6 times each. And my editor just cuts it out and puts it together and it feels natural. And you may not know that until you see it for yourself, but like just film in one long shot, your editor will cut that stuff out. So don't stop. It's okay to talk to your editor while you're shooting. Sorry, guys. I need some water. I do this all the time to Jorge. I'm like, I'll literally look at the camera and be like, Jorge, can you cut that last part out and use the part before that? Right? Because he's going to be watching this in his editor and be like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Right? So like talk to your editor on camera instead of texting them over email or something, right? Just talk to them. Next, once you've filmed your video, before you wrap up, take a thumbnail shot, right? Do something that's like emotive, overly emotive. Now, I want to be very clear. Thumbnails and titles are the 2 most important things for you to get people to click on your video. So there's really 2 steps here. You want people first to click on your video, and then you want them to stay. 2 very different things. So how you get them to click on your video is with your title and thumbnail, because that's all they're going to see, right? So make sure you have a very strong title with capitalized words to emphasize points. And then you want your thumbnail to complement the title. So Rochelle had this video that has 156,000 views. I'm sure it has 200,000 at this point, but it's "Don't move to Toronto, Ontario, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point" in all caps. And then her thumbnail is perfect. It says, "I can't stand Toronto." Now, that's how you get someone to click, is a complementary title and thumbnail, okay? Complement each other, really important. You don't wanna just repeat. Like most people will just repeat, but it doesn't do your video as much justice. You wanna complement, okay? So a great example is 5 things I wish I knew before living in Dallas, right? You wanna highlight the most important words, and then the thumbnail could say, "if only," if I only knew, right? You want them to complement each other. My Google Ads video, Google Ads for Realtors, step-by-step full tutorial. And I say close 3 to 6 Google Ads deals per month. That's because we can actually back that up. We have several clients who do that. And so does that make sense to everyone? Yeah, like this I spend a lot of time on in our program, coaching, because this is where most people go wrong. So I always tell people, like, send me your videos. I'll help you with the title and thumbnail. It's really, really important, because the first thing is you need to get people to click on your video. And some people have a problem with this. Like, I don't want to make a video that says I can't stand where I live, or I don't move here. But you have the opportunity once in the video to build trust with them and give your city paint your city in a good light. It's just to get people there. You need to get people there first. Now, next step would be the edit. Now, I don't recommend self-edits. How many of you are self-editing videos? Anybody? So if you're self-editing videos, I suggest you put an expiry date on that. It doesn't scale. And the mentality of making a video, knowing you're going to have to edit it, it's a lot of work. It becomes a lot of work. So it's better that you invest in finding an editor than doing it yourself. What I would recommend is if you find an editor on Fiverr or Upwork, find someone with YouTube experience who you can give access to your channel as a creator, and they can upload your edited videos to your YouTube channel for you to review. But find someone this is the advice I want to give you. Find an editor who has experience with YouTube. Show your editor what type of channel you want to be like. I made this mistake early on. Don't try to tell your editor how to edit your videos, because you don't know how to communicate with an editor. Show them a channel you like and say, I want to be like Linnea, or I want to be like this person, right? And give them an example of what style of edit you want. So plan your workflow. Like, generally a good workflow for this is upload your thumbnail and your video file to a shared Google Drive folder. Tell your editor that this video is ready, and then have them, once it's done, upload it to your YouTube channel as an unlisted video so you can review it on YouTube. And if it's all good, you just publish it. This is what Jorge, my editor, and I do. And I'd say 95% of the time, Jorge's edit is on point and there's no re-edits that need to be done. And that takes time. In the early days, we worked together a little more on the details, but now it's pretty dialed in. So we've invested that time, and now our workflow is really streamlined. I already covered step 9, which is review. Another thing I'll say, guys, don't be overly picky about the small stuff. The people who watch your videos don't remember the small stuff. Like, I just published a video yesterday, and Jorge, someone on his team, in my Instagram video, I was talking about Zillow and Realtor.com, and he put Realtors.com. And I looked at that, I'm like, who cares? Like, you just have to have that attitude. Like, who cares? Like, most of the time, your video is going to be edited by someone remote who English is not their first language. Let those little details slide. Like, they're not a big deal. It's not worth going back and spending all the energy on it. It's really not important. Even some of the best people that do this, I see them let that stuff roll off the shoulder all the time. So pick your battles. Now, step 10.1 to 10.7, this is a big one. And this is something I really believe in, is you have to make sure when you have your videos, you don't just put them on YouTube and forget about them. You have to deploy them. So 10.1 is deploy via YouTube. You don't need a posting schedule. Add tags, just know they're not that important. Add cards, add an end screen, add chapters if you feel like it's not that important. Update your default upload template. You can look up what this is. It's basically when you upload a video, it'll auto apply a description. Have something like this: book an intro call with me, text, call, email me directly, view all homes for sale and wherever you are, your website, and then your Instagram, whatever social media is important. Have a nicely emojied, organized call to action section, and then have your description above that. That's really all you need. But have it built into your default upload template so you don't have to do it every single time. And so that's number 1. Obviously, get the details right on YouTube. If you have an editor that works with YouTube, they might be able to do some of this stuff for you. Second is deploy via social media. So have your editor take your videos and create this style of video for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. YouTube Shorts. You can take one YouTube content, turn it into a bunch of different posts for everything else, but give them examples of what you want. You can use my videos for examples if you want. Third is deploy via email. Now, this is what Linnea did when she got 13 conversations started. She made that video on the 2-1 buy down. She sent it out in an email. These days, we use a thumbnail actually that you can click on. And then she got 13 conversations started from sending that video out over email to her people. because she was talking about the 2-1 buy down, which is naturally a thing that was kind of people wanted more information about. So they reached out to her, right? Started a conversation. Make sure the email is short to the point. Put in the link to your YouTube video so people can click on it and go watch it. That's how you'll drive a lot of engagement and viewership from your current database. 10.4, deploy via text. This is great for proactive outreach, guys. I think this is a really hot tip. So basically, if you see a lead searching for homes in an area and you have a video on that area, how cool would it be for that like lead to receive a message saying, hey, Jason, I noticed you were searching for homes in Kona a lot lately. So I wanted to send you a quick video on some things that many buyers aren't aware of when buying in Kona. Let me know if this is helpful. How cool is that? Todd made a video on the property pitfalls in Kona, Hawaii. Now, in this video, he talks about lava zones. How many of you knew lava zones were a thing in real estate? Well, I didn't until I heard Todd talk about it, but that's a real thing in Hawaii. So those are things that people moving from the mainland probably aren't necessarily aware of. And so how great of a video is that to build trust with the lead who's searching in that area already, right? So great for proactive outreach. Next is deploy on the phone. And I kind of already went over this earlier, but I'll go over it again, which is I'm just browsing. I'm not ready to talk to an agent. It's like, hey, no problem. I understand you're likely very early in your process. We're just here to meet you where you're at. I noticed you're searching in Kona. Our team leader, Todd, actually made a great video on his favorite neighborhoods in the area. Would sending that to you be helpful? Of course it would. Yeah, send it over. Great. Is it all right if I text you? Great way to prospect. Bonus step, add these to your drip campaigns. So this is one of the big things we believe in is you don't have to always use these to manually deploy. You can literally put them in your drip. So remember how I said, send a call, email, text on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 10. That's our drip campaign. But once you create your first 6 videos, we put your videos in those drip campaigns. So every video for the first 10 days, or sorry, every email and text for the first 10 days has a link to your YouTube channel. And the feedback we've got from our clients on this is Todd said it very clearly. He's like, I can see that they're clicking on them, but they don't engage me until like the 3rd or 4th email. And I know at that point, they've already watched 3 or 4 videos now, and then they reach out. And he's like, I can follow their actions, and it's really cool. So this is what that might look like. Day 1, the #1 real estate website in Vancouver, realtor only data, top 10 pros and cons, 5 best neighborhoods, whatever it is. Doesn't matter so much what the videos are, as long as they're helpful and useful. So that's all I got with YouTube, guys. I hope that was valuable. I want to open it up to you guys for Q&A. I see you guys are taking a lot of notes, which is awesome. I will say this again, like I'm not going to get hugely into what Agent Launch does today. I've covered it a little bit, but just go to agentlaunch.com/apply, fill out our survey. And if there's an opportunity to have a call where we can chat in greater detail, that's the way you can do it. But everything we talked about in this presentation, we help you with. A lot of it we do for you. Some of it we do with you. Like I can't make videos for you. So provide you all the tools, edit the videos, coach you on it, et cetera, et cetera. But go there if you want to learn more, and let's open it up for questions. Leon, you're up.
Go ahead and unmute yourself there, Leon. He's on his phone. You just got to press the unmute button there, buddy.
He's like, I can't figure it out. I'm on my phone. Leon's muted. That's weird.
Sarah, something that doesn't include the ISA, yeah, we can figure something out for you.
You pressed it and then you turned it back on, Leon. So you got to do it one more time. While he's doing that, does anybody else have questions?
Well, Marianne put a question in the chat a while ago. Do you recommend videos or shorts? More videos or more shorts? I'm assuming she means long form videos or short form videos.
You mean YouTube Shorts specifically?
That's what I would think.
I think the beauty of that type of content is the short form is you can use it for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. I do that. Same thing, all those different platforms. I think shorts are a great way to build your YouTube channel today. I really do.
You can also repurpose your shorts onto Google Business too, which I've done that too. That's really awesome.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
I'm on my other phone, so that's kind of weird. So here's my question, and it actually ties into YouTube Shorts as well as so what I do, I've been doing on my houses is I'll make a small introductory on YouTube Shorts, and then add them to my full-length video that I have for like the houses I've been doing. But the big question I have is because Facebook suppresses their competition, meaning YouTube and stuff like that. So if someone makes a video, do you recommend, like, since you only got to make one, you can upload it to multiple platforms? Like I've been finding that if I put them on Vimeo or whatever and upload that into Facebook and then use my description to drive them to Facebook, from Facebook to YouTube, I mean, have you ever done anything like that or recommend that?
So there's two ways to do it, Leon. One is you can post the link to your YouTube video on social media, like generally Facebook is where this works. In that case, sometimes what happens is you get clicks and the people watch your like 2 seconds of your video and leave, and that's not good for your video.
Right.
What I would recommend is you create a teaser short video. So it's a little video that's like a teaser of your longer video. So it's a little snippet of your video, and then it ends with more on YouTube. So if they want to find it, they have to go to YouTube, search for you and find it. And that is actually good for the algorithm.
So the teaser, would the teaser just be native, like right out of your phone, and then you upload that and then put the links to drive them to the YouTube?
Well, you wouldn't put the links. You just end the video with more on YouTube and have that video be its own piece of value for Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever. And if people really want to watch the rest of your video because your teaser was good enough, they'll go to YouTube and they'll search for you and they'll find it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I noticed like when I do the shorts got more activity and traffic, and I use my shorts to push them to the full size, full presentation. But just with Facebook trying to suppress everything, I was just wondering if there's something else you recommended trying.
Facebook will suppress links to other platforms. LinkedIn does this too, right? Because they don't want people to leave their website to go to competitors. So like if you put a YouTube link on LinkedIn, it'll create a new link and it'll host that video on LinkedIn. They did it in a really creative way, but yeah, that's why you want to just post a video without a link. It'll get way more reach. Got it? Marcia? I think you're muted.
Thank you. I'm here now. Thanks for the presentation. I've been doing videos for about 1.5 years now. I've dropped off a little bit, but they are effective. My question to you is, my channel is called Marcia Melendez Realtor, but Brooklyn is my market, but I have a subtitle, Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle. Should I change my channel name to Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle?
Can you say that again? You have...
My channel is called Marcia Melendez Realtor because YouTube wouldn't allow me to be Brooklyn Realtor. On Instagram, I'm Marcia Brooklyn Realtor. YouTube, I'm Marcia Melendez Realtor. And I have a tagline that I use in all my videos, Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle. Should I change my channel name to Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle? Do you think I'll get more hits that way?
I personally really like that.
Which one? Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle?
I do, yeah. But how I would structure it is like your Google My Business could be like, what's your website?
Marcia Melendez at exprealty.com.
Okay.
I'm with EXP, so I have a regular EXP website.
So what I would do is I would find something like this. I'm going to put it in the chat for you, okay? So remember the formula we talked about?
Which one?
I'm gonna do this for you and use the formula I was teaching. So Google My Business. I'm gonna do your Google My Business, your YouTube, and website. I would do what am I missing here? Google My Business, YouTube, something like this. So Google My Business, I put Marcia Melendez, Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle, eXp Realty. Your YouTube could be Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle. Your website could be brooklynhomesandlifestyle.com. That to me would be a coherent brand. If you want to stick with Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle as a brand, I think this is a perfect example of how you could do that. I would almost expand that to say your IG could be Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle, right? And then that way, why this is important, guys, is I want to make a very clear point. If you look at like Todd, livinginkona.com, it's really easy to say that to someone and have them type it in. Just go to brooklynhomesandlifestyle.com, check out all the properties available in Brooklyn, right? It verbals well. And so you could have your IG handle, your TikTok handle, Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle. I don't know if that's available. I don't know if the website's available, but that's the research you got to do, right? Okay. So rather than having like it be different in different places, have it be coherent. And this is why I think planning your brand makes a lot more sense. And moving, I like moving away from your name if that resonates with you, and it sounds like it does.
Thank you, Bill.
There you go.
Appreciate you guys.
Nobody hold it hostage, okay?
I don't have any money. Buy it.
So that's what I would recommend. And like with your EXP site, you can, I think, pay like $20 a month and have your own domain like that. So I think that's really cool, personally. Does everyone agree? Like that's a pretty cool brand. Yeah, cool.
I like it.
Then you're like Marcia Melendez from Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle. And if Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle becomes its own thing, then you're like Marcia Melendez, CEO and leader, or team leader at Brooklyn Homes and Lifestyle.
Thank you.
Rio.
I have a kind of very similar question to Marcia, because right now my website is called tamparealestate.co, but then my YouTube channel is Discover Tampa Real Estate. So I'm kind of torn to like, should I just stick to the branding of Tampa Real Estate, or should I, move on to the Discover Tampa Real Estate? Because Discover Tampa Real Estate is available in like other platforms as a social media handle. But when I was starting my business, I started using tamparealestate.co, and it's been in my business card. So I'm kind of torn if I need to change that or just stick with it.
Okay, so let's do this live. This is fun. So go tell me again what it is your current situation is.
So the website, I named it at the very beginning of stage of my business. It's called tamparealestate.co.
Okay.
And then
What's your Google My Business?
Discover Tampa Real Estate.
Okay. And what's your YouTube? Do you have one?
Yes, Discover Tampa Real Estate.
Okay. So what I would do is go to namecheap.com. GoDaddy sucks. I can't say that enough. Namecheap, so much better. So if you go Discover Tampa Real Estate, let's see if this is available. Because it sounds like you like that.
Yeah.
So then that's available. So what I would do is move away from tamparealestate.co and move into discovertamparealestate.com. Now you have a coherent brand, okay? This I like, and then you can do social could be at Discover Tampa Real Estate, which probably is available. So there you have a complete organized brand. Would everyone agree? Now, what you'd want to do is you would take this tamparealestate.co and you'd redirect it to Discover tamparealestate.com. Okay. So you'd have to go into your GoDaddy or Namecheap and you'd have to have a redirect. There's guides on this online, and redirect it. So any traffic you currently have will get sent to the new one.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love this exercise personally. What else, guys? Hit me. I'll give you 5 more minutes.
There was a question a while back from Miriam about how long does it take to create a YouTube video?
Depends on how fast you are. By the way, guys, I'm just going to put in the chat all the links I mentioned. So there's the Facebook group, if you want to join that. There's my YouTube channel, and then there's the bonuses I promised you guys were seeing at the end. Those will get emailed to you if you sign up, all 3 of them. So let me know if you have any issues. But as far as how long it takes to make a YouTube video, I time block 4 hours a week usually for content. Usually it takes me a couple hours to do a YouTube video, from conception, planning, filming, sending it off, uploading it. Then I usually do like some short form stuff, which takes me like 30 minutes to an hour. I usually like to have a buffer in case I get really indecisive about what video to create, but usually, yeah, 4 hours a week's a good like content block to have in your calendar every like Monday or something. Like you want to have like 4 hours a week blocked for content, and then 2 hours a day, at least on weekdays, blocked for prospecting. Like stick to that. Like consistent action over time is going to get you where you want to go. If you're not consistent, you're not going to get anywhere. Anyone else? Anyone else want to do a brand exercise?
Wendy has a question.
Wendy?
Yeah, I would love to. Okay, so I don't know if you know who Real Grader is, but they kind of walked me through all of my platforms and said, you know, we're trying to like match things up.
Mhm.
And they said that my Google My Business can't be Wendy Goss, your real estate boss, because Google won't like that. They said because you're not really, because you're not, it's not, they said do Wendy Goss realtor, but that's kind of boring and it doesn't match all of my other stuff. So do you agree?
I would actually change what I did before for, was it Rio? And add your name into that. And you can also do your brokerage. That's kind of the formula. So Google My Business, I would do like that: name, brand, brokerage.
Thank
So
you.
Wendy Goss dash your real estate boss dash brokerage.
And you put the dashes in it?
Yeah, just to make it clear. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I would do for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
That way you're hitting all the keywords, right? Yeah. RIP, RIP. Is that Rio?
Hi, sorry, my name is Ree. So I have a question about the branding. It's Ree Prasad Luxury Group, and then I'm in Chicago, so I kind of had my YouTube handle as The Chicago View. And then my brokerage is Option Realty. So I'm not quite sure if I put all that together, it is like 2 sentences.
Well, you have 2 brands. You have Ree Prasad Luxury Group and you have the Chicago View. So I'd choose one.
Okay.
What do you like better?
All of the branding is Ree Prasad Luxury Group.
Then I would stick with that.
Okay.
If you can get the, it's okay to have a brand like that. Like it's not, like you can make it work. There's lots of people who do. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Like you can build a strong brand around that. Like you could do Ree Prasad Luxury Group brokerage, right? Because your name's in it. Your Google My Business would be a lot simpler.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think for YouTube, you just have like the Ree Prasad Luxury Group. And then you'd have all your handles just Ree Prasad Luxury Group. I don't know if I spell your name right. Sorry if I didn't, but.
Oh, no worries. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a good question. It's just stick to one and make sure you feel good about it. Because I've seen so many people change, and changing sucks. I've been through it. But like when you change your brand, you know, a year and a half, 2 years in, it's like you're changing your emails, your website, your nurture, your video assets. It's really tough. So like whatever you feel better about long term, like picture yourself 2 years from now, what would you be happier with? Yeah. So
Yeah, I think that's why I stuck with mine, you guys. It's why like I stuck with Linnea Carver because that's I mean, by the time I actually came and like really went after YouTube and Google, like for me, it was like, I'd already had so much done with my name, and it's just a brand. It's just my brand. So that's why I stuck with me. So you just got to find something that you can jive with forever. Like it's got to be like a forever thing. It's not something you just want to think about, oh, I'll just change it in a couple of years, but forever.
Totally. So so I think we probably got to wrap up there, guys. I appreciate you all attending and staying this long. I know we probably went way over, Marcus and Jonathan, so sorry about that. But I hope you guys got the value you came for.